ICE Learning Center, Inserting Zones. Before we start drawing the new zones, we need to select an appropriate zone template. The user can specify data items such as the inclusion of heating or cooling room units into a model, data associated with furniture and space, information about mechanical ventilation of the zones, information related to internal heat gains in the space, as well as constructions that should be attributed as default to the surfaces of a model. In this case, we select the Office Room Movie Project template. We now click onto the New Zone button, which enables us to draw a zone. As you can see, we actually start drawing outside the building body. The program then will automatically cut off areas which are outside the building body. This ensures that zone surfaces and building body surfaces are properly aligned. The program will also check for every surface of the zone if it's in proximity to the building body. The tolerance here is 0.5 meter, so if a surface is 0.3 meter away from the building body, it's assumed to be external. If it's 0.6 meter away from the building body, it's assumed to be internal. We now have a number of functionalities which allow us to change the geometry of the zone. Hovering over a line, the cursor changes to double arrow, and if we then hold down the left mouse key, we can drag the line to a new location. We can also add additional vertices by just clicking onto a line. If we want to remove the vertex, we right-click onto the vertex and select Remove. Let's include another vertex, and if we want to change the location of this vertex, we need to hold down the Control button. Let's remove this again. Finally, we're having the option to change the name of the zone and to associate a zone with a particular group. Changing the name of the zone is done in this window, and we're now calling it Office Room 1. Here we associate the zone with a particular group. This is useful, for example, if you want to check only certain output data for a number of zones. We then associate all these zones with a particular group. We now confirm all the input data, and we finish the definition of our zone. As you can see, there's a number of surfaces which are adjacent to the building envelope. These surfaces are assumed to be connected to the outside environment. For our zone, this is the case for the left-hand surface, for the top surface, as well as for the ceiling and for floor. The lower surface and the surface on the right-hand side are not connected to another surface. They are assumed to be connected to an adiabatic environment. This means that the construction can absorb heat and can emit heat, but however, there's no connection to another zone or external environment to which heat can be transferred. We're now going to be drawing a second zone into the model. To do so, we need to again click onto the New Zone button. When drawing the zone, we're going to be extending the area again outside of the building body, but also over the previous zone we have drawn. The program automatically cuts off all these irrelevant areas. This simplifies the definition of the geometry. The program also leaves a gap between the two zones, which is exactly the thickness of the partition wall, which is going attributed with this surface. We are again changing the name of the zone and associating it with a certain group. We have now added a few more zones to the model, and we're going to be finishing off this tutorial by including an L-shaped zone into this part of the building. We're clicking onto New Zone. We are starting off by drawing a square-shaped area into this part of the building. We still need to include another vertex and move the newly created line in proximity to the building body. Finally, we confirm the data associated with this new zone. Thanks for watching. We hope you found this video useful. You will find more videos if you go to Help and Process Guides. There is a whole series of videos stored there. Under Help, you will also find our Getting Started guide as a PDF document. Also, never hesitate to contact support or write to our forum for further questions or support. And remember to check out our website. Under Events, there you can find upcoming courses. We frequently host beginners and advanced courses on various topics.